Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another Rory Mcilroys PGA Tour video. I'll be doing the Battlefield course on this one, Paracel Storm. So let's just take a look at all the other courses. There's 12 in total, and there's one you get free for pre-ordering game as well. I can't remember what it's called. So we're going to be playing all 18 holes on this one. I'll just show you characters you can choose as well. There's also some special ones like Battlefield Soldier. You've got to do the nightlife challenges to unlock that. So I'll be using Rory since I haven't unlocked the Battlefield one yet. You can also change their outfits. And course settings, you can change which holes you want to do, change the weather, time of day, wind and whatnot. So yeah, let's get started. Hope you enjoy.
Presented by EA Sports in association with the PGA Tour. Hello again and welcome, Rich Lerner, alongside my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo. We are along the Paracel Islands in the South China Sea. Frank, on a mission here today. What can you tell us about this course?
Well, one thing, Rich, we don't want to fatigue out there, so I've got my battle gear on. Interesting layout ahead. Plenty of water, the island's there to be negotiated, navigated, and you never know what just might pop up during the course of the game.
And partner, let me just, before we get started, salute you.
I salute you too, Rich. You ready?
Ready. Aim.
Fire.
All right, Frank, we are all set to tee off here at the first. The opening hole, it's a drive off an old aircraft carrier to an island. Tell us a little bit about this opener.
We're going to need full flaps to get this ball up quickly, Rich. Green on the right side of the island, so a little bit of trim to the right. Just miss those palm trees, and you might just find the target. Surely not.
On the green, and a chance for birdie here on the first hole.
Really? This is an awkward length.
Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. So a tester from 4 feet. And so just getting started, even par so far. Now to the second hole, Frank, and just a look here. This green is clearly very heavily guarded.
Yeah, you notice that guard shack on the right there? Well, you better keep your head down because we're not sure whether or not that guard shack is actually empty.
Could be a dangerous shot here at the second.
And left, trees, a little bit of sand. There is the bridge as well.
This is a good-looking shot. So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. Looking to make a move. This putt for birdie. Didn't quite have the break on that medium-length putt right there.
Even par currently.
That's a par, and that keeps the scorecard clean, still even for the round. Frank, this is a golf course that takes every bit of modern equipment, telecommunications, hardware to get the job done. Woods, irons, hybrids. I'll tell you this, a little Kevlar wouldn't hurt either.
Yeah, if you don't have that there today, you'll catch some flack. Yeah, Rich, the reason why the best players enjoy stroke play so much is that every single shot's going to count, and you can't get away with anything in stroke play.
You have to manage your game, and you have to manage your emotions as well, because it can get away from you in a hurry. So he's hit it inside 30 feet, not his best, but still a chance.
Yeah, the odd 28-footer, and that's exactly what it is. I've seen a few of those go down.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
That may have been a bit too much to ask for there, that distance putt, Frank.
Yeah, it's fine to be greedy before you hit the putt, but after you've hit it, 2 from that distance is fine.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Even par early on. Out of the next hole. This one is a long shot. Needs the heavy artillery on this.
We've got to go over the solar panels and the radio tower. This, the longest par 3 so far on the golf course. Beach between the radar tower and the green. Trees adorn this as well. You're a little too long, you'll be surfing.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
In red figures at 1 under par. Frank should be feeling good after that birdie.
Obviously knows that the game is now in good shape. Let's see if he can add to that.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Just a pure strike and a perfect result. He'll have a good look at birdie now. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Has to like that one. Another birdie to get to 2 under par. Now up to the 6th tee. We're back against that destroyer. Frank, you need to take it over that small island?
Yeah, once again, you're going to have to pick a very good target in the distance. Now, we know the shared greens at St. Andrews. Well, this is actually a shared green just cut by that little sand path that goes through the middle. This green is shared with the 8th, but still, this is a long par 3, and for some people out there, it'll be a case of ready, aim, and driver. You know, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Frank, this ball's in the rough. Anything you change in your technique when a ball's sitting down a little bit?
Yeah, you put the ball back a little bit further in your stance because you're going to get a bit of grass between the ball and the club face. So you have to allow for that and keep that club moving. That grass is going to be that grass is going to create a certain amount of resistance. I mean, this skill and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Routine stuff for Rory, that's a par. Frank, I don't know if it's legal, but a player might want to get a detailed map from high overhead, maybe from a bomber squadron flying by, just to get an idea of what they're navigating on this hole.
Well, if you can't call one in, you can always go up one of those lookout towers and maybe get a good surveillance of the hole, or even the wind direction. It's not overly long, just under 160 yards. Green sets up nicely, though, directly aiming at the player at the tee. Oh, this is right at it.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. It's a big putt right here for birdie. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, you couldn't hit that much better.
Settles in over the putt. Holding steady now at 2 under par. Now to the 8th hole, Frank, you really just need to follow the trail down to the green here at Paracel Storm.
Barracks are probably the biggest problem in front of you. They're just short and left of this par 3 green. For the very observant, though, they'll notice a little one-on-one, perhaps a little basketball court just along the left side.
Little three-point shooting contest, you and I later on?
This is a par 3.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Frank, not just a player, but an artist. Just beautiful work right there.
The only thing I can say, Rich, is that was Seve-esque.
Wow, touch of a locksmith out there, making everything.
Yeah, and the result, yet another birdie, too. Totally in command.
Frank finishing up now the front side in what so far has been a pretty heroic mission.
Well, there is a green down this end there, but you miss it on the right. There's the trenches, and of course, even further right, there's that seawall that provides a fortress for the beach on that right side. But the green, fortunately, inland and away from the trouble.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Rory Mcilroy looking to take advantage with this putt. Never quite had enough oomph on that.
Yeah, sort of a wishy-washy stroke.
Three under on the day. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Terrific golf shot, and now that for an easy birdie. Just 5 feet left. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. The 11th hole here at Paracel Storm, now a military playground. Frank, certainly the players are thankful, having traded the guns for golf clubs. Good time out there so far.
A little bit of an obstacle course, though, here at 11. You can see the weather vanes that adorn the right side of this hole. Tee shot has to be played across that seawall. So once again, all carry. And let's see if he can land softly on the other side.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. That is classy.
That had a chance of going in.
This will be a birdie if it drops. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Up to the 12th, making a trip across to an island green, Frank.
It looks more like a shipwreck island, and that's an evil place to put the green on that side. Very well defended by that rock wall as well as the water, and of course anything short, those big rocks that protect this green. This is probably the most heavily guarded par 3 on the golf course.
Make bogey or worse here, they might strand you out there.
Oh, this is straight at it.
That is a really good line. You cannot hide the flagstick from that man inside of 5 feet. Frankie seems to have found something. Already 2 birdies in a row and now another chance.
Yeah, it's all starting to flow here. This is really important. He's starting to play well, so finish it off here for 3 in a row.
Frank, I thought that was in. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. And getting ready for the putt. Well, just playing a nice round of golf. Has that one for par, and now at 5 under par. Going right back to the large island here at the 13th, Frank.
Trenches behind will certainly protect anything that goes a little bit long. Left of this green, you better call in the Navy.
What a nice shot. Right on the green and a pretty easy putt on the way. Shouldn't be a problem here. Racking them and stacking them right now. 6 birdies for the round. Frank, now at the 14th, and really a simple objective here.
It looks like an old sand dune where they've just put a green on top. Rather benign. It might just sneak up on you, though. It really just looks like green and beaches with a few palm trees behind, but beware.
Hoping to get this up and down here, Frank, at the par 3 after missing the green.
Yeah, it's not all bad.
Setting up for the shot from the sand. Frank, this golf course is surrounded by water, just a few tiny islands strung together to create these 18 super cool looking par 3s.
Yes, Rich, and with all that water comes a lot of lost balls. When this base was still active, many of the soldiers would play the course in the tee box. They'd just get backed up really quickly. It was so bad that they created a local rule for balls in the water. So if you hit your ball in the water, you do what they've always done. You just drop one up next to the green and you take a stroke penalty. Pretty good rule.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Pretty good shot right there. Too bad. 2 drop shots right there with a double bogey. Now to the 15th, and Frank, where exactly is the green here?
Well, I think you need the Jungle Book to try and decipher this one. A little short par 3 up and over there. There is a green in amongst that jungle, and even the green has its own little mini jungle in it.
This is one of my favorite holes on this golf course. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Well, that one didn't work out. Didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. He can really get red hot with a putter. Let's see what McIlroy does. Wow, that hurt.
It did. Shot gone forever.
This for him would be 1 drop shot. So Frank, that's a bogey, and you see something with the body language here?
Yeah, I think we noticed that back there with that double bogey, Rich. Since then, it's almost like doubts crept in, a little bit of uncertainty. That is the beauty of this game at times, but really, if you want to be a champion, that's one thing that you have to change. Somehow, you've got to forget what's just happened. We haven't seen that yet.
And it makes the green in regulation. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Routine stuff for Rory. That's a par. Now to the 17th hole, and as we come to the end of this round, you salute the players because they're out there carrying not only their golf clubs, but the med kits and the meal packs, because this is no ordinary golf course. You have to be on alert, high guard all the time. That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Not a gimme, but well within his range. How about that? 4 under par. Now the finishing hole, Frank, and just a spectacular looking hole.
Yeah, chance to complete our mission should we succeed here at 18. If anything, you want to keep the ball a little left of the flag. Otherwise, we're off the beach. Surely not.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, just a good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
No, sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Settles in over the putt. So he has that for bogey. I can't help but think that the double bogey back on the 14th hole seems to have really taken him out of his game and shaken his confidence.